He's one of the Detroit Police Department's most troubled officers. Sergeant Stephen Ku's alarming history of misconduct was first revealed by 7 investigator Ross Jones more than 2 years ago.
And now the city of Detroit has agreed to pay out a 7-figure settlement to make the latest claims against him go away. But that officer, he's still on the force.
7 investigator Ross Jones has more.
Their officers were going out and violating the Constitution, violating their own internal policies and procedures, and it was unchecked.
Among Detroit's most troubled police officers, few compare to Stephen Ku. As we first revealed more than 2 years ago, the Detroit police officer has been accused repeatedly of excessive force, found to have used the N-word, and amassed 85 complaints from citizens who said he terrorized communities of color.
He a gangster with a badge. I'm 38 years old. I ain't never seen no evil like that.
While the pain inflicted is unquantifiable, the cost to taxpayers is easy to count. With the latest settlement paid out in December, lawsuits where Ku was a defendant have cost the city nearly $3 million.
And they jumped out cussing, and people took off running.
In December, the city paid its biggest check yet, $2 million to Mark Gaddis. He sued the department after Ku shot him following a police raid at his aunt's house in 2017. Ku said he shot Gaddis because he pointed a gun at him. Another officer supported his account, and police recovered a gun. After being shot, Gaddis was hospitalized.
I woke up in the room. They just kept trying to make me say I had a gun, and just trying to force me to say, you know.
But witnesses said Gaddis had no gun, that he was running away from Ku. The firearm recovered by officers didn't have enough DNA to determine if anyone had touched it. Gaddis was charged with 11 felonies and acquitted of all of them.
This was a cover-up of a shooting of an unarmed man, and luckily, the jury was able to see through that.
Allison Krieger was Gaddis's criminal attorney and said she was most appalled not by Ku's misconduct as an officer, but by the department's indifference to it. Instead of being terminated, even after being found to have lied.
Now I'd like to make a motion to approve the promotions to the rank of sergeant.
Ku was promoted.
This could not have gone on without people at every level or members at every level being complicit.
Indeed, over the last 2 years, our reporting has revealed officers who stayed on the force after being found to have strangled women, left bruises on children, or used racist language. They remained at DPD, along with Stephen Ku.
Sergeant Ku is still there. They've taken no steps to remedy the underlying problems that are ongoing within the department.
DPD would argue that they have. In 2021, following our reports, newly appointed Chief James White changed how the department monitors risky officer behavior, flagging those with high numbers of citizen complaints and uses of force, those who engage in multiple police chases or were frequently sued. 128 of them were labeled as high risk, with the department pledging to address their conduct. But as long as Stephen Ku has a badge, Gaddis and his attorneys are skeptical that anything has really changed. Ku has been on desk duty for the last 2+ years and did not return our calls for comment.
I hope that they understand that he is not alone, that he's not just another bad apple, that this was a direct product of what was happening within the department.
In response to the settlement, the Detroit Police Department released a lengthy statement that says, in part, an internal investigation reviewed Sergeant Ku and his fellow officers' conduct that night and deemed it justified. You can read the full statement at our website, wxyz.com. In the newsroom, I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you, Ross, as always.